Let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever ended a day feeling busy, but somehow accomplished nothing? Assignments half done, tabs still open, phone battery dead, brain fried. And you tell yourself, tomorrow I'll fix it. But tomorrow looks suspiciously the same. Here's the plot twist most people miss. Your days aren't unproductive because you're lazy. They're unproductive because of tiny behaviors you repeat without noticing. Today, I'm breaking down 4 small changes backed by behavioral science that turn average, messy days into productive ones. No 5 a.m. routines, no wake up and grind, just small switches that actually stick. And number 4? That one quietly fixes procrastination for good. Most people don't waste their day at noon. They lose it in the first 10 minutes after waking up. Think about it. You open your phone just for a second, notifications, messages, short videos, and suddenly your brain is sprinting before you even decide what matters. Behavioral science calls this attention priming. Whatever grabs your focus first sets the tone for your entire day. So here's the small change. Before touching your phone, ask yourself one question out loud. What is the one thing that would make today a win? Not 5 things, not a full to-do list, one. It could be finishing an assignment, editing one video, studying for 30 focused minutes. Say it, write it, lock it in. Because once your brain has a win target, everything else becomes background noise. And here's the part nobody tells you. This takes less than 60 seconds, but it increases follow-through all day. But even if you know your one thing, why do you still avoid starting it? That's where change number 2 hits.
Procrastination isn't about being lazy. It's about your brain detecting pain before effort. When you think, I need to study for 2 hours, your brain hears, this will hurt. So it runs straight to YouTube. Here's the science-backed fix. Lower the starting cost. Instead of saying, I'll study for 2 hours, say, I'll open the notes. That's it. Not study, not focus, just open. This works because of something called behavioral momentum. Once you start moving, stopping feels harder than continuing. Creators who post consistently, they don't start with make a perfect video. They start with open the editor. Students who finish assignments, they don't start with finish everything. They start with write one sentence. Here's the tiny rule. If it takes under 2 minutes, it's not optional. Open the doc, rename the file, highlight the question. And once you do, your brain usually says, well, I'm already here. But even with momentum, there's something silently draining you all day. You don't see it, you don't feel it, until suddenly you're exhausted. Let's fix that. Ever notice how you feel tired even on days you didn't do much? That's not physical tiredness. That's decision fatigue. Every tiny choice drains mental energy. What to wear, what to eat, when to start, where to sit. By afternoon, your brain is done. High performers don't have more motivation. They have fewer decisions. So here's the small change. Create default behaviors. Same study time, same work playlist, same seat, same order of tasks. Not because you're boring, but because your brain loves patterns. When your environment stays predictable, your energy goes toward doing, not deciding. Think about it. If every day you debate when to start, you're already losing before you begin. Set the default once, follow it automatically. And suddenly, starting feels easier. Focus lasts longer. Burnout shows up less often. But even with structure, there's one mistake that ruins productivity at night, and it's probably the reason your days blur together.
Most people end their day like this. Phone in bed, mind racing, thinking about everything they didn't do. That creates guilt, and guilt kills motivation tomorrow. So here's the final small change, and this one's powerful. Before sleeping, write down 3 things you did, not things you failed at. They can be small.
answered emails, showed up to class, worked for 15 minutes instead of 0. Behavioral science shows this builds completion memory. Your brain learns effort leads to reward. And when your brain expects reward, starting tomorrow becomes easier. This isn't toxic positivity, it's training your mind to associate action with progress. Miss this step and every day feels unfinished. Do it consistently and motivation compounds quietly. And here's the crazy part. This takes under 2 minutes, but it reshapes how you see yourself. Not lazy, not behind, just improving.
Let's recap. You don't need a new personality. You need better defaults. Start your day by choosing one win. Shrink the start until it's impossible to avoid. Remove decision leaks with simple routines. End the day by proving to yourself that progress happened. That's it. 4 small changes. No overwhelm, no fake hustle. And here's my challenge to you. Try just one of these tonight. Not all 4, one. Because average days don't turn productive by accident. They change when you change the system around you. If this helped, stick around. We're building better days together. Let's level up.